Good evening, I'm Anderson Cooper, and here are today's top global and USA headlines. From the heated race for the White House to escalating tensions in the Middle East, tonight's program is a stark reminder of the complex challenges facing our world. We'll delve into the latest developments and analyze their potential impact. Join us as we navigate the complexities of global affairs, shedding light on the stories that matter most. The race for the White House is heating up as we approach Election Day. Both candidates are locked in a fierce battle for every vote, holding rallies and participating in debates. Recent polls show a statistical dead heat, hinging on key battleground states. Immigration, healthcare, and the economy dominate this election. Voters grapple with rising costs and access to affordable healthcare. Candidates' stances are scrutinized as voters decide who best represents their interests. The situation in the Middle East remains volatile, with renewed violence along the Gaza-Israel border pushing the region closer to the brink. Rocket attacks and airstrikes have intensified, resulting in casualties on both sides. The international community is deeply concerned, urging both sides to show restraint. Despite pressure for a ceasefire, diplomatic efforts have failed. The UN Security Council will hold an emergency session. The coming days will be critical. After months of stalled negotiations and escalating tariffs, the US and China have finally returned to the negotiating table in an attempt to resolve their long-running trade dispute. The resumption of talks comes as a relief to global markets, which have been rattled by the uncertainty and tit-for-tat tariffs imposed by both economic superpowers. While the resumption of talks is a positive step, significant hurdles remain. Key sticking points include intellectual property rights, forced technology transfers, and access to Chinese markets. Both sides are under immense pressure to reach a deal. The outcome of these negotiations will have far-reaching implications for the global economy. The rapid advancement of artificial intelligence is transforming our world, bringing ethical and societal implications. Governments are grappling with how to regulate this powerful technology. The EU and US have proposed new regulations for responsible AI development. These focus on data privacy, algorithmic bias, and transparency. The goal is to prevent misuse and ensure AI benefits society. Tech companies support regulation but worry about innovation. The debate over AI regulation will shape its future. It was a day of mixed signals on Wall Street and in financial markets around the globe. The Dow Jones closed slightly higher, buoyed by strong earnings reports. However, tech stocks faced a sell-off, dragging the Nasdaq down. Investors are grappling with concerns about rising inflation and geopolitical uncertainty. In Asia, markets closed sharply lower, fueled by worries about slowing growth in China. The ongoing trade war between the US and China continues to weigh on investor sentiment. Cryptocurrency markets also experienced volatility, with Bitcoin giving back some of its recent gains. The coming weeks will be crucial for investors as they try to decipher the complex economic signals. The climate crisis worsens, with dire consequences for the planet and its inhabitants. A new UN report warns of catastrophic warming unless drastic action is taken to reduce emissions. The report paints a grim future: extreme weather, rising sea levels, and widespread displacement. The UN Secretary General calls it a code red for humanity, urging immediate action. The report comes as the world experiences wildfires, heat waves, floods, and droughts. The time for complacency is over. The world must act now for a sustainable future. From the streets of Paris to the favelas of Rio de Janeiro, a wave of protests is sweeping the globe, fueled by anger over economic inequality. Protesters demand higher wages, affordable housing, and an end to corruption and policies favoring the wealthy. The fight for economic justice is a global movement. India is rapidly emerging as a global leader in innovation and software development. From AI to blockchain, Indian entrepreneurs are creating cutting-edge solutions and attracting billions in investment. Cities like Bengaluru and Hyderabad are vibrant tech hubs with thriving startup ecosystems. India's young, tech-savvy population and government initiatives foster innovation and growth. India is well positioned to become a major player in the global tech landscape. The US Federal Reserve announced today that it would keep interest rates unchanged, citing concerns about slowing economic growth and persistent inflation. The Fed is taking a wait-and-see approach, monitoring economic data closely before making any significant policy changes. The next policy meeting is scheduled for December and will be closely watched by investors and policymakers. The war in Ukraine grinds on, with no end in sight. Despite ongoing diplomatic efforts, a negotiated settlement remains elusive, and the conflict has settled into a brutal war of attrition. Both sides are dug in, and neither appears willing to make the concessions necessary to end the fighting. The human cost of this conflict continues to mount, with thousands of civilians killed or injured and millions displaced from their homes. The war has also had a devastating impact on the Ukrainian economy and infrastructure, leaving the country in ruins. The international community has condemned Russia's aggression and imposed sanctions, but these measures have so far failed to deter Moscow. The world stands at a critical juncture where economic, political, and environmental challenges shape the future. As nations navigate these turbulent times, the global community watches closely for signs of progress. From the US election to the climate crisis, the stories we've covered tonight underscore the interconnectedness of our world and the urgent need for collective action. The choices we make today will have far-reaching consequences for generations to come. Thank you for joining us, and stay tuned for more updates.